Hi, I'm Philippe with the Real Estate Inspection Company with your Maintenance Minute. Today I'm going to go over how to repair or replace torn or missing screens. As you can see, this screen has been completely removed, and I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money by doing it yourself. Most screens have a little tab or clip on the inside of the screen that you can use to remove it from the window frame. So if you look here, just pull on that and push out gently to remove it from the window. The rest of this repair will be done outside. Follow me. The next step is to gently remove the screen frame from the window. You want to be careful because the aluminum frames are usually rather fragile and you don't want to bend it because rebuilding these is a lot of work. So once you've done the initial removal, just carefully snap it out of place, and the next step is to find a nice flat surface to work on. Follow me. Here are the items that you're going to need, which can usually be found at your local hardware store. First, the screen material. It comes in a few different types. This is fiberglass, which is the standard screen material that comes with the window. It comes in a heavy-duty version, which is supposed to resist damage from pets. It also comes in a shade material, so you can install that on the sunny side of your house if you want to add some shade to the window. This is the spline, which holds the screen material into the screen frame, and the spline installation tool, which looks like a mini pizza cutter, and this is used to force the spline into the screen frame. And finally, you'll need a utility knife. Any good sharp cutting tool will do, and this is used to cut the excess material away when you're done. The first thing we need to do is remove the old spline material. You may be tempted to reuse this material if it's in good shape, but because it gets brittle from the sun, I recommend that you just toss it and replace it. It's not very expensive, so might as well use new parts. Take your screen material and lay it out over the frame, and you want some overlap. You need some working room. You can line it up with the weave of the material so that you know it's straight. And then take your new spline material and start pushing it in. Usually you can do this just with your fingers at first. Again, you can take the spline tool, and I'm going to use the side with the indentation on the wheel, and just use that to force this right into the groove of the screen frame. Then when we meet the parts together, we're just going to take our utility knife and cut this. And finally, take your utility knife and lay it at an angle and simply remove the excess material. Alright, when you're done trimming it, you can remove the excess material, and then don't hesitate to use the spline material, and just make sure that the spline is seated all the way in at the corners. Just push down firmly all the way around. Nice even pressure. And we are done, except for putting this back into position. Now, before we put the screen back into place, it's important to note that these retaining springs are what actually hold the screen into the window. So it's important to insert the spring side first. Also make sure that your clips are on the inside of the house. So we'll slip that in, and then simply fit the screen carefully into the window. You want to be sure not to push on the center of the screen because the frame rails can bend very easily. It's better to push at the top or the bottom. And there we have it, a nice new screen. Be sure to check out more maintenance tips at sdinspect.com, and we'll see you next time.